For a clean, comfortable room, more cozy than your cab, Motel 6 will leave the light on for all of our truckers on the road.
Eric Harley and Gary McNamara for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Do you like the way your home smells? Serious question. Do you notice the odors? They stack up. Cigarettes, cooking, diapers. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier uses cutting-edge oxy technology to quickly eliminate any odor, guaranteed. With over 300,000 units sold, you can trust that it works.
And don't forget those stinky litter boxes, trash cans, cigarette smoke, even dirty diapers. Gets rid of the odors in just minutes. The powerful Thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules that destroy odors, even in hard-to-reach places, and there are no filters to buy ever again.
Right now, you can get 3 Thunderstorms for under $200 with a $200 discount. Place one in your basement, your bedroom, your family room, put them all over the house. Go to EdenPureDeals.com. Use discount code REDEYE to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code REDEYE, and shipping is free. This winter, give your diesel the treat it craves. Howe's Diesel Treat. It prevents gelling in the coldest temperatures without using alcohol or harmful solvents. Safe and effective in all diesel and biodiesel blends, Diesel Treat is also a fuel conditioner, so it lubricates fuel, prevents deposits, and safely removes water, extending the life of your engine. With Diesel Treat, you'll experience increased power and performance while noticing less smoke, rough idle, and shifting on hills. For a treat that's 100% guaranteed, turn to Howe's Diesel Treat. Visit houseproducts.com for more.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you could be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, Howe's Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
Follow The Trucker on social media for the latest trucking news. Follow us on Facebook at The Trucker Newspaper, on Twitter at Trucker Talk, or on Instagram at The Trucker Media. Join The Trucker, along with truckers across the nation, to keep up with resources you need to succeed in the industry. Visit us on the web at thetrucker.com or pick up a free copy of our newspaper at one of almost 400 truck stops across the country. That's thetrucker.com.
Sponsored by the Trucker Media Group.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. It's a tough day in Uvalde, Texas. 1 year ago, a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers inside a 4th grade classroom as police officers waited outside for 77 minutes.
I'm Chris Fox in Uvalde, Texas. Well, the city of Uvalde will not be holding any memorial events. A coalition of families of the victims called Lives Robbed will first host a private event at the Uvalde Civic Center, followed by a mural walk. Large crowds are expected for the public vigil that's set for the Memorial Park Amphitheater and will be followed by a butterfly release.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will make it official. He's running for the Republican nomination for president during a live forum on Twitter hosted by Elon Musk. CBS's Jared Hill.
After his expected announcement today, DeSantis will make his appeal to major donors in Florida. Sources tell CBS News he also has visits to key primary states scheduled after Memorial Day.
A school in Florida is banning some students from reading a poem recited at President Biden's 2020-21 inauguration.
The dawn is hours before we knew it.
Officials at Bob Graham Education Center in Miami Lakes have pulled Amanda Gorman's The Hill We Climb from the elementary school library after a parent complained that it's not educational and contains hate messages. Gorman, the country's first ever national youth poet, tweets she's got it. A Republican-backed bill to force Texas public schools to display the Ten Commandments in every classroom has failed to pass. The sponsor, Senator Phil King.
In Texas prior to 1980, you quite likely saw copies of the Ten Commandments because of their moral code, their place in history, and their place in American and Western law.
State lawmakers recently passed a bill to allow school districts to hire religious chaplains in place of licensed counselors. Last night, lawmakers in South Carolina approved a 6-week ban on abortions. Republican State Senator Katrina Shealy joined the opposition.
I am disappointed. And it's kind of like a big letdown because now we're gone yet to fight again.
Hitler's birthplace is being put to new use. Correspondent Vicki Barker has the details from the foreign desk.
Some Austrians wanted to tear down the house in Braunau am Inn, where Adolf Hitler was born in 1889, fearing it could become a place of pilgrimage for neo-Nazis. Others said that would be a denial of Austria's history. The Austrian government's solution? It bought the house and is turning it into a human rights training center for the police.
S&P futures are down 14. Dow futures off 129. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Inflation has pushed up the cost of just about everything, which means if you bought life insurance a few years ago, it might not be enough to protect your family today. Now is the time to get the insurance you need at a price you can afford. In a hurry? Don't worry. Call Select Quote now and get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day coverage with no medical exam. That's right. You can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day
Okay.
coverage.
Well, thank you anyway.
In under power. Call Select Quote at 1-800-613-8990. That's 1-800-613-8990. Or go to SelectQuote.com now and get up to $2 million in instant affordable same-day coverage with no medical exam. That's 1-800-613-8990. Or go to SelectQuote.com now. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
A metal band member is helping soldiers recover.
Metallica frontman James Hetfield took some time to visit an injured Ukrainian soldier who's recovering in his hometown in Colorado. The soldier is part of a group of men getting treated through an organization called Limbs for Liberty. It works with doctors and physical therapists to create prosthetics for Ukrainians who've lost their limbs in the war. Metallica's popular in Ukraine, so Hetfield's visit was special to this soldier. The band's also donated to charities feeding Ukrainian refugees since Russia started its war. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
A man in Kentucky is thanking his lucky stars he almost ran out of gas. Michael Schlemmer says that when he stopped at the convenient food mart on Highway 25, he spent $20 at the gas pump, used some of the other 20 he had in his pocket to purchase a scratch-off lottery ticket. It revealed the automatic symbol that indicates the top prize of $1 million. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
If your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you, and customers won't either. Help ensure customers see you and not your competitors. Boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry. Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Dissecting politics with exclusive interviews, commentary, and humor. Useful Idiots with Katie Halper and Aaron Mate.
I just want to share a very anticlimactic story. My friend and I last night, a dog was abandoned
And my friend who has a car saw the announcement, and he asked me if I wanted to go help rescue a dog. And we went all the way to Brooklyn, and we were going to drive it all the way to Staten Island. And then it turned out the vet was closed. Then he got a ticket. So no good deed goes unpunished.
Useful idiots, wherever you listen.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Verizon. Ready to take control of your phone plan? Well, then you better take that next turn to a Verizon store. Because my plan from Verizon is the kind of control we all deserve. Get exactly what you want. Only pay for what you need. Get my plan at your Verizon store today.
Cloudy with light to moderate rain showers through the morning hours, but things should come to an end after lunchtime, and some sunshine expected for the second half of the afternoon. Temperatures still below normal today, most of us in the mid and upper 70s. Heading into tonight, we're in the upper 50s. It's dry tomorrow, mid 80s, sunshine, and we've got low to mid 80s each day with a good deal of sunshine overall through Memorial Day weekend. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. It is wet and slippery, so please use caution. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka or north out of Troy. Registration for summer classes going on now at Trenton State. Scholarships are available. Trenton State college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it is the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is major delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. Governor Kay Ivey is making it clear she opposes the parole bid for Judith Ann Neely. The parole hearing is set for tomorrow. In 1982, Neely and her husband abducted a 13-year-old from Raleigh, Georgia, took her to Scottsboro, where she was raped, tortured, and murdered. She was sentenced to death, but her sentence was commuted to life in 1999. After 18 years, Selma's Belt store is about to shut down. The spokesperson says after review of their business, they decided to close June 5th. Belt says it's providing its employees with support, and a large sale is happening at that location as they prepare to close completely. We now know the winner of season 23 of The Voice, and while he didn't go home with the grand prize, Birmingham native and Montgomery resident Steve Smooth did pretty good, coming in at third place. The winner overall, 19-year-old Gina Miles from Illinois. I'm Jasmine Williams with your Morning Headline.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-919-1441. 800-919-1441. 800-919-1441.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8 of them. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides local consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. You get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a cordial coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHINS.com/JOY.
By 1664,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babel.com/TNC.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres? In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish.
Babel, language for life. And now try Babel for free by texting radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000.
If your to-do list requires work on the land, come see us at Sun South. So you get the right equipment price you can afford. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, you can save even more with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0% on select John Deere models. So you can get the to-do list done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. For your equipment needs, come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire May 30, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Times you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time once again, and one more time, one more day. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It is May the 24th, 2023. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Blessed Routine. Our scripture insight today comes from Ecclesiastes 2:17 through 26. Ecclesiastes 2:25 reads, without God, who can eat or find employment? Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is May the 24th, 2023 AD. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that once it's gone, you'll never see it again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done that you don't do. And you don't get a chance to come back and do all the things that you should have done. So whatever it is that you do with this day, May the 24th, 2023, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, than it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do what we can, while we can, for as long as we can, for whom we can, while we're here. Benjamin Elijah Mays once said that whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no one born, no one yet to be born, no one that has ever been here can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. You'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must. Rest if you can. But never, ever give up. Because quitters never win. And winners, they may lose at a thing or two, but they never give up. My mother said, always put one foot in front of the other. Keep moving. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, you keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. That's good advice. And whatever happens today, it's a great day to be alive. Blessed routine. That's our daily bread for this day, May the 24th. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Blessed Routine was written by Leslie Coe. Watching the morning crowd pour onto the train, I felt the Monday blues kick in. From the sleepy, grumpy faces of those in the jam-packed cabin, I could tell no one looked forward to going to work. Frowns broke out as some jostled for space and more tried to squeeze in. Here we go again, another mundane day at the office. Then it struck me that just a year before, the trains would have been empty because COVID-19 lockdowns had thrown our daily routines into disarray. We couldn't even go out for a meal, and some actually missed going to the office. But now we were almost back to normal, and many were going back to work as usual. Routine, I realized, was good news, and boring was a blessing. King Solomon came to a similar conclusion after reflecting on the seeming pointlessness of daily toil. At times, it appeared endless, meaningless, and unrewarding. But then he realized that simply being able to eat, drink, and work each day was a blessing from God. When we're deprived of routine, we can see that these simple actions are a luxury. Let's thank God that we can eat and drink and find satisfaction in all our toil. For this is His gift. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verses 17 through 26. So I hated life, because the work that is done under the sun was grievous to me. All of it is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. I hated all the things I had toiled for under the sun, because I must leave them to the one who comes after me. And who knows whether that person will be wise or foolish. Yet they will have control over all the fruit of my toil, into which I have poured my effort and skill under the sun. This too is meaningless. So my heart began to despair over all my toilsome labor under the sun. For a person may labor with wisdom, knowledge, and skill, and then they must leave all they own to another who has not toiled for it. This too is meaningless and a great misfortune. What do people get for all the toil and anxious striving with which they labor under the sun? All their days, their work is grief and pain. Even at night, their minds do not rest. This too is meaningless. A person can do nothing better than to eat and drink and find satisfaction in their own toil. This too, I see, is from the hand of God. For without Him, who can eat or find enjoyment? To the person who pleases Him, God gives wisdom, knowledge, and happiness.
It did
But
say
to the sinner,
enjoyment.
He gives the task of
God
gathering and
employment.
storing up wealth
Same
to
thing.
hand it over to the one who pleases God. This too is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Let's pray. Dear God, routine can sometimes seem so boring, but when those routines are disrupted for a time, we see them with new eyes and we are once again thankful. No matter how boring our routine may seem, help us to see the blessing in them and to be grateful to you. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, that means it's time to rise and shine and realize you're on top of the ground and ain't on top of you. All right, go ahead, Jenna. Let's get this party started this morning. Let's do it. Airborne, every day we run to the sun. Oh, sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Not really, we fed them more than that. The bread is moldy and the meat was bad. We didn't really sell them molded food either. Okay, maybe once.
Eat that. Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go.
Here we go. I can smell it. The cream beef, baby, with onions in it. Oh, yeah. That's what we call SOS. I had another name for it, too, but we can't do that on the radio. In the 82nd Airborne needs a breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Nothing like some good cream on the biscuit, whatever it's called. Cream beef. That stuff is good, though. Tell you, onion, put some onions in it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good chow in the morning. On the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. Come on now, time to rise and shine.
We're driving on, all the way airborne.
All right, one more day of PT. Starting next month, we're doing away with the PT. Okay, 3 times a week. 3 times, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's it. Rough and tough, airborne, all the way. All right, Charles Smith, get on out here. Okay, PT starting next month. 3 days a week because my legs need a break. All right, let's get on it. Let's do it.
Hard work, hard work.
Hard work. Hard work. Going to run. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Every day. Oh, get up by the 2:45. Let me on and earn the pay. Oh yeah. Hard work. Hard work. That's what it said. Hard work. I do it for play. Hard work. Oh yeah. Hard work. All right, somebody hold the sergeant major up back there. He's kind of slacking this morning. Get it? Hard work.
You gotta do it right.
Hard work.
There we go.
Hard work.
I'm ready to rock.
Hard work. That's what the pay. Hard work. And every day, hard work. Hard work. Hard work. On the airplane. In the early morning rain.
Hard work. That's what they say.
Hard work.
Let me hear.
Hard work.
Turn it up.
Hard work.
Hard work.
Hard work. Sit them on down.
Hard work.
Woo! Hard work.
The mission goes.
Hard work.
That's what they say.
Woo! All righty then. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Space Force. Along with our local heroes, Montgomery Fire Department, a bunch of young men who go in where everybody else is coming out. Montgomery Police Department, who do the same. Montgomery, Alabama National Guard, and ALEA. Again, to everybody who goes in when everybody else is going the other way. Good morning to you. Good morning to the mayor. Somebody said there's a veterans thing. Well, I believe now this one I can get with. Okay, somebody said that we got something going on today here in Montgomery. I think. Let me make sure I get this correctly here. Okay, so they say we have a that today in Montgomery they're establishing Military and Veterans Commission. The city of Montgomery supposed to get started today. Maybe I'll call the office down there, call Walton, see what the hell's going on with that. Since I'm, the only true soldier on the airways. So let's talk to them and see what's going on. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and one more thing too. Yesterday, I went out and did my due diligence to find the Office of Minority Affairs office. So I called Miss Stacey Robinson, and she'll join us on Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. We're gonna have her on Tuesday. Yeah, so we're gonna get on the phone. Don't need to come down this radio. Anyway, so we're gonna talk to her. Let you guys talk to her and see exactly what they do down there. And I found out there's another veteran place in Montgomery. What's it called? I'll get the name of it because I don't want to mess the name up. A woman's running her and a young man named Lovejoy. So I can't exactly remember the name of the place. I just found out the other day going through the newspaper. Anyway, their motto is Semper Fidelis, but they couldn't pronounce it. So we just went to Simplify, something simple. That's right. I'm talking about the United States Marine Corps. That's right. But whether it's Simplify or Semper Fidelis, it all means the same thing. Always faithful. All righty then. Good morning, everybody. I hope this day finds you well. Okay, sometimes. Okay, now everybody doing my spelling thing right here, right, doing my spelling thing. Okay, listen. Sometimes the auto spell thing it comes on because I'm brilliant. I don't ever make mistakes on spelling. Okay, but every once in a while the auto thing gets messed up. Okay, so just let a brother know. Don't act like I'm stupid or nothing. Sometimes you just gotta go back and correct it. Okay? I know the difference between H-E-R-E and H-E-A-R. I know the difference. But sometimes my hands been moving so fast until I just glide over the keyboard, and sometimes it just hit the wrong letter sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what else is going on? Let's see. Yeah, so I did reach out to Stacey Robinson yesterday at the governor's thing, Office of Minority, whatever the hell it is. And I'm just trying to figure out, because I've been trying to figure out what they do also. So I talked to her, and we're gonna talk on Tuesday. Good Lord says the same, and see what's What's going on? Because I really don't know. I know the Chamber of Commerce had an office of minority something, uh, and I'm still trying to figure what the hell they did. You know, I belonged to the Montgomery Chamber for 15 years. Little bit of me, and all I remember is when you went to the chamber meeting, there's two positions: those with money over there, and those who wish they had some over here. And nobody ever paid much attention to the ones who wish they had some money. I'm just saying, and I was always in that group. Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, listen, that's cool. Those people who work their butts off and gain whatever notoriety or gain whatever things they've done it through hard work. Most of them have done it through hard work. And even if they didn't do it through hard work, somebody did it through hard work. Now listen, y'all. I'm just gonna tell y'all one more thing. Okay, y'all have to stop being mad at people because their parents left them some money. Okay, I'll just start or left them a business. Okay, don't be mad at them. Okay, especially if they're still hiring people. Let's not be mad at people because they got some money. You know, I wish I had some. You don't think I wish my daddy left me some money or mama, somebody left me some? Of course I wish that, you know, I mean, all we got to do is, yeah, I know it's a macabre thing to talk about. Okay, so if you weren't born rich, save some insurance for your children. So when you leave here, they got at least a little bit of a chance. I mean, so don't blame people for because their parents left them something. Come on now. You just mad because your parents didn't leave you nothing. I ain't mad at you. Mine didn't leave me much either. They didn't have anything to leave. And that's one of the legacies of the past in America that, you know, our folks, but some of our folks got plenty of things, you know. Now, again, if you stop paying $400 for a pair of $15 tennis shoes, we might could save a little bit. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, you might want to think about that while you're spending that money, you know, on tennis shoes, and stop paying the city of Montgomery. Okay, stop paying the city of Montgomery extra taxes because you keep driving around without a driver's license. And then by the time it's time to get a driver's license, you still broke. I'm just saying there may be something you might want to, you know, there may be something you might want to, yeah. Okay, I'm just saying. So let's stop being mad at people with money. Okay, let's figure out how we can get some. Okay, let's figure out how we can get some money and start business. Because I did inventory yesterday and all the black businesses in town. I did inventory. What kind of businesses do we have? Yeah, we got the kind of businesses most of the time. Once we go, it's gone. We've got to do better. Okay, I'm just saying, we got to do better. And I'm putting me in that category too. Oh, we got to do better. We got to leave something, a legacy, something that outlasts us. Okay. Whether you realize it or not, I realize it now. You know, we have too much longer on this thing. You know, get that thing going right about now. Okay? Okay, we got a lot of businesses, barbershops, funeral homes. What do we got? Barbershops, funeral homes, hair salons. Uh, yeah, we got anything else? Yeah, if I can think of anything, I'll let you know. Anyway, that's what we can talk about this Stacey about. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is the Office of Minority Affairs. Somebody please tell me. Really bad.
major delay.
In Counter-Strike, no roster is more beloved or as controversial than FaZe Clan. In the wake of Counter-Strike 2's announcement and fan-favorite player Rain having his first child, fans have been speculating if the veteran player would enter retirement. This week, the speculation has been put to rest as Rain confirmed that while his life is entering a new era, he's determined more than ever to compete. As Counter-Strike Go's final championship ignites, do you expect FaZe to make a deep run in to win the $1 million Paris Major?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. That Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Wait. Tell me, where'd you get that money?
Oh, this money came from 43money.com right online.
Are you saying you went to 43money.com and got all that money you needed fast?
Man, you know it. I went to 43money.com yesterday and bam, $5,000 was in my account today. Straight up.
Now hold on. 43money.com helped you get $5K like that?
Yeah, man, that's right. 43money.com's lenders provide personal loans for up to $5,000 for people like you and me, even if you don't have good credit.
Man, I'm always short on cash. Can 43money.com help me get the money I need fast?
If you need extra money fast, go to 43money.com. Just have a checking account and a regular source of income. Go to 43money.com and you can get the loan you need now. Regardless of your credit, go to 43money.com to get the money you need fast. Type www.43money.com directly into your address bar. That's 43money.com. Again, 43money.com. 43money.com.
Ben here with Just Blinds in Prattville. On behalf of the Myers family and our entire team here at Just Blinds, we want to sincerely thank you for selecting Just Blinds as the best, your #1 choice for blinds, shutters, and drapes in Central Alabama. Just Blinds has been delivering on our family's commitment to provide quality window treatments at affordable prices and to deliver the absolute best in customer service before, during, and after the sale for over 35 years. Please visit us online at gojustblinds.com.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese don't fear Joe Biden
on News Radio 1440.
Alrighty then. You know it's time. You know what time it is, right? Lessons of life and the word of the day. We cannot dispense with that. We need to put that out there because we need those kind of things. How time flies. One thing, no matter what you do, no matter what cell phone or cell tower or what machine we make go to the moon and all that, no matter what, I don't care what we conjure up as human beings. There's an absolutism that you cannot stop, and that is time. You cannot stop it. So even though we can make a cell phone that can, check your pulse and everything, we cannot stop time. So there's certain things in life that you just got to understand that you are out of control of, and that is time. Anyway, good morning to you. How's everybody doing? It is 6:42 in the morning. The word of the day means something difficult to understand that has or seems to have a hidden, ambiguous meaning. Mhm. Yeah, that's right. Something difficult to understand that has or seems to have a hidden or ambiguous meaning. What word is that? Okay, so anybody, I mean, anybody get that word? Okay, well, this was Jeopardy. The answer is, what is cryptic? Cryptic. Cryptic. What is cryptic? Cryptic refers to something difficult to understand that has or seems to have an hidden, ambiguous meaning. Okay, that's just for your edification this morning. The word of the day is cryptic. Now, what is the lesson of life today? Now, this is a lesson that a lot of people who seemingly, and I'll say seemingly, because just like one of our great Greek philosophers said, all fame is fleeting. And I remember they used that quote in one of the George Patton movies. They said that so whatever you have today will be gone tomorrow. Okay, but that's not it. So the lesson is this: everybody is not as important as they think they are. Now, I got an old saying: none of us are as bad as other people say we are, but none of us are as good as we think we are. And I had to deal with that in a couple of situations in life. I thought I was the man. I really wasn't the man. I was a failed man. Didn't know it because I was too busy failing to really realize that that's what was going on. I thought I was somebody. And it's an amazing thing that when you find out you are nobody, kind of set you back on your heels, but it gets you in touch with reality. And someone once said, I believe Dr. What's his name, put out the advice of a third grade, dropout said, failure sometimes can be a great place, a great foundation to start again. But that's not what the lesson of life is today. The lesson of life today is, well, this came from one of our bloggers, and this particular particular phrase came out of that advice of a third grade teacher, and I use it, and I have to give attribution because it is such a great saying, but it is absolutely true. Ego is the anesthesia that dulls the pain of stupidity. Okay, and if you want to be successful, you must keep your ego in check. Because what you'll find out in life, and you may not believe this, but what you will find out in this life, that everybody, not just one or two, everybody is replaceable. I know you think you're the only one who can do that job. I'm sorry, you're not. You think that you do it so well that they wouldn't dare get rid of you. Well, I'm telling you, that's not true. The ego that dulls the pain of stupidity. Keep yours in check. Everybody is replaceable. Yes, even I. Okay? Don't be hard. It's doable. It's doable. Anyway, good morning to you. That is the lesson of life, and the word of the day is cryptic. Refers to something difficult to understand that has or seems to have a hidden or ambiguous meaning. So that's your lessons. That is your lesson for today. Now let's get on to something that happened on this day. It was on this day in 1844 that the first Morse code telegram was sent between Baltimore and Washington. In 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge opened to traffic. In 1961, two buses freedom riders were arrested in the great old town, great city, the great state of Mississippi. In 2010, South Korea suspended the trade with North Korea after a ship was sunk. Okay then. 1974, that was one of the most unique debates between Nixon and on the David Frost show. Okay, it was not a debate, but it was an interview. 1974 again, Nixon had been interviewed on TV chat shows like David Frost and had defended the right of the president, the right of the president is within his rights to order phone tapping and burglary if it was in the interest of public safety and had justified the use of these in Watergate scandal. Let's take on the best president we ever. 1941, on this day, World War II, German battleship Bismarck sinks the HMS Hood. 1941, keep going. The German battleship Bismarck was sinking HMS Hood. Oh, yeah, I put that. Okay. Oh, and more than 1,400 lives after a shell exploded in the armory, a battle of giants at the sea during the Battle of Denmark Strait. It was on this day in 1856. John Brown and his Free State volunteers murdered 5 men who were settled in the Potawatomi Creek in southeastern Kansas. They were members of the pro-slavery law and order party, but not themselves slave owners. I guess. In 1844, the U.S. government had requested a line be built between Baltimore and Washington, and of course that line sent the first Morse code message. All right. In 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge, linking Brooklyn and Manhattan over the East River, opened to traffic. In 1883, it was the largest suspension bridge in the world, and it took 13 years to complete. And here is something, just a sideline. What did things cost? What did things cost in the 1920s? If you were to buy them today, you wouldn't believe it. Did you know in 1920, a pound of butter was 57 cents in Los Angeles? Cabbage, 1 pound, was 2 cents in 1920 in Wisconsin. In New York, that's right, where everything was always higher, 1 pound of cheese was 38 cents in 1923. Chicken, 1 pound of chicken was 39 cents in 1925 in New York. So everything was cheap in New York. Anyway, so that's just some of the things that happened. Some birthdays today. One of note is Bob Dylan. Is well known and well regarded singer-songwriter. He began his career in the 1960s after dropping out of college and moving to New York City. He performed as a folk singer and was heavily influenced by Woody Guthrie. After the release of the second album, The Free Will and Bob Dylan, he gained a reputation for writing protest songs. So happy birthday to him. 1930, Amy Johnson, that's right, lands her Gypsy Moth plane at Darwin in Australia, having completed the first solo flight from England by a woman. 1934, it was hoped that some relief may occur from the month-long drought in the Midwest, with small amounts of rain forecast by the Weather Bureau in northern parts of the state. Affected by concerns over crop failure and many farmers going bankrupt, it was also predicted that the cost of food could double. Well, I guess they're still doubling it now. In 1934, fighting had broken out in an auto light plant in Toledo, Ohio, between non-union members protested by the National Guard and union members, and rocks being thrown by union members and the National Guard mounting machine guns to keep control of the plant. That probably did it. Yeah, that probably did. Yeah. I mean, okay, me, a rock, them with a machine gun. Yeah, I think I'll just throw the rock down. Yeah. Of course, they did use gas grenades to disperse the jeering crowds that refused to disperse. Again, machine gun, rock. I think I'm gonna find myself being someplace else. In 1939, the submarine squadron sunk in the Atlantic with loss of many lives, and the worst part of the tragedy is how the 5 that were saved only did so by sacrificing their 26 crewmates by closing the bulkhead door to the battery compartment to stop the rest of the submarine from flooding. I would imagine that was a hard decision to do, but they were lucky enough to survive. In 1946, the crippled rail network caused by the rail strike had crippled America. The impact was felt all over the place. That's right. And effectively splits the country into small communities relying on local produce and services. What's so bad about that? Not too much. Once the strike had been highlighted is how most longer strike could ruin the economy. They didn't want to go too long. Okay, let me see what else. 1961, I told you about the Freedom Rider. 2 buses carrying 27 freedom. 25 black passengers and 2 white passengers were arrested by the city police officer in Jackson, Mississippi, where my mama was living at that time. But now she's in South Bend by then. And charged with disobeying an officer and breach of the peace. And those are just some of the things that happened on this day. Now, what are we celebrating today? Well, we're celebrating Aviation Maintenance Technical Day. I don't know why, but we are. We also celebrate Bermuda Day, Emergency Medical Services for Children's Day. Okay. Empire Day, what that's all about? Oh no, something to do with culture. Denny's Endless Breakfast Day. Independence Day in Eureka, wherever that is, I don't have a clue. International Women's Day for Peace and Disarmament. The only thing we're going to disarm is women. Women. National Asparagus Day of all the vegetables. That's one I just have never tasted. It just didn't look good. It don't look good to me. It looks like a stalk of cabbage or something. I don't know. Some people like that. I'm trying now. I tell you what vegetable looks good to me that I cannot stand. But it looks like a mushroom, but not really. But it's green. I can't think of the name of it right now. Asparagus. It's broccoli. That's it. Broccoli. Yeah, I don't know who the hell came up with broccoli, but they can have it back. National Brothers Day. Listen, if you're mad at your brother, call him up, tell him you're sorry. Even if you didn't do it, just tell him you're sorry. Okay? You never get punished for saying I'm sorry. Okay? Even if you know you're right, just say I'm sorry, because you only get that's the only brother you're gonna get. And even if you had 6 brothers, each one of those brothers is the only brother like him you're ever gonna get. So say, and that goes to the sisters too. Don't be mad at that. National Caterers Appreciation Day. So if you know somebody that can cook and take food to everybody else, weddings and all that stuff, you'll be all right. Okay, we appreciate it. National Escargot. Now I don't know what escargot is. I think it's like I don't know what it is. Snail or something? I don't know what it is. But I'm not eating it. Okay, but that's just the way it goes. National Mike Day. So if your name is Mike today, how you doing, Mike? Yeah, if your name is Mike today, it's your day. National Scavenger Hunt Day. That's right. It's your day. Okay. And Tiara Day. I think the tiara is what they wear when they doing ballet or something like that. I don't know. I think that's what it is. But it's always a good thing to see ballet. Always good. I don't know how they get so skinny. Pick them up one hand, all that stuff. Yeah. And then the last but not least thing today we celebrate today. World Schizophrenia Day. Now the problem with being schizophrenic and acknowledging that today, you don't really know who you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know who you're talking to at that moment. You got to say it twice. It'll be if one of the schizophrenic personalities is saying, "Happy World Schizophrenia Day," and then 10 minutes later, you don't remember you saying it to them, and so now you got to say it again. I'm just saying that's only probably that day. And Montgomery singer D. Smooth finishes 3rd in the Voice finale. Congratulations to him, though, as being a former singer. I know. I even got my name on some stuff in the world, but I sing that. I just know that. I used to be a former singer. Okay. I can turn the gray sky blue. I can make it rain whenever I want it to. I can build a castle on a single grain of sand. I can make a ship sail on dry land. Okay, I'm just saying. I just be a man back there. I had steps. I had steps to go with that too, you know, in the band. I was, whoo, yeah. Anyway, so congratulations to him. Because it's a tough job. Everybody thinks they can do it. They can't. So congratulations to Montgomery singer Dean Smith. I would imagine he'll be out at the what's that guy out there at the casino club? The blues player. What's his name? He got a club up there. Not a club up there, whatever. He's out there. He's a blues player. He plays the guitar. What was his name? Can't think of his name, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So he'll probably be out there singing. Okay. After the final round of voting, D. Smooth took third place in the season finale of The Voice. The Alabama Singer final effort of NBC was the 23rd season with a rendition of What You Want to Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell. What in the world is wrong with me? I want you to do the world. Okay. What you want to do? Okay, let me know. I don't remember the words. Oh yeah. Thank you. My mentor and counselor just told me, B.B. King. I expect D. Smooth to be out there, and I'm going to go out there and support a brother. I might have to get on the stage with him. What you want to do? I don't know the words of that. I remember that. I have to play it on the. Oh, gotta go. Bye. Hey, Google. What you want to do?
WIAM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. It's a mournful day in one Texas city struggling to recover from a mass shooting that took the lives of 19 children and 2 teachers 1 year ago. Reporter Chris Fox is there.
Crosses now surround the main fountain in Uvalde Town Square, one for every victim of the school shooting. Melinda Ariola visited her granddaughter, Emery Jo Garza's cross one last time before the anniversary.
It's a roller coaster of emotions. It's sad, angry, frustrated.
Angry at police for waiting 77 minutes before engaging the government and at lawmakers for blocking gun reform she lobbied for.
We fight for the 21 unheard voices. We're also fighting for those survivors and those that we have still at home, that our children, our grandchildren that are still in school.
Police in Bowie County, Texas, say a teenager is in custody after a mass shooting during an hours-long standoff at a home in Nash. Police Chief Kevin Elkins.
We didn't have a confirmed homicide. We had 4 victims, and everyone appears to be related, including the suspect.
Police are investigating a motive. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to announce his bid for the Republican presidential nomination during a live forum hosted by Twitter CEO Elon Musk. Correspondent Robert Kessler reports from Biscayne Bay.
DeSantis' allies say he'll play off his competitive politics alongside the tech billionaire, casting himself as a fellow culture warrior on a platform his biggest rival embraced as president.
A Trump advisor says DeSantis' announcement on Twitter shows he doesn't want to interact with people. In Guam, a triple threat of heavy wind, rain, and storm surge is battering the island as Typhoon Mawar barrels through as a powerful Category 4 storm. Officials have been bracing for massive damage. The Federal Trade Commission has launched an investigation into baby formula manufacturers. Here's CBS's Linda Kenyon. The issue is whether Abbott Labs and other baby formula companies coordinated in their bid for state contracts to sell their products through the Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC program. The Agriculture Department says as of early May, Abbott held contracts with 32 states to supply formula for WIC. Lawmakers in Los Angeles have given the okay for police to use a robot dog in dangerous situations, despite worries it might wrongly target homes and communities of color. Retired Sergeant Patrick O'Malley.
All this does is prevent the officers from having to go into the houses themselves. There's already a signed search warrant related to the incident that the SWAT team was called for.
The $277,000 robo-dog was donated by the city's police foundation. This is CBS News.
Find your next great hire with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Inflation has pushed up the cost of just about everything, which means if you bought life insurance a few years ago, it might not be enough to protect your family today. Now is the time to get the insurance you need. You can afford. In a hurry? Don't worry. Call Select Quote now and get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day coverage with no medical exam. That's right. You can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day coverage with no medical exam in under an hour. Call Select Quote at 1-800-613-8990. That's 1-800-613-8990. Or go to SelectQuote.com now and get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day coverage with no medical exam. That's 1-800-613-8990. Or go to SelectQuote.com now.
No more sharing streaming passwords outside your home.
Netflix says if you have an account, check your inbox. It's going to be sending email to U.S. subscribers who share passwords with people not under the same roof. The notice will come with a warning, quote, your Netflix account is for you and the people you live with. The company previously said that a crackdown on password sharing will be coming by the end of June. Netflix will likely use a person's geographic location as determined by an IP address of any internet-connected device to determine which people count as household members who live together. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Karaoke music will abound in Uvalde, Texas today. This musician explains.
Our music is a heavy music, especially at times like
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
We didn't get there overnight. There were long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. This thing's what I always come to say. When you sweat through this wall, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunity presents itself, you got to be ready to grab it. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Smart, witty, and fast overall. It's Mark again this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Good morning. I'm back. I don't know what happened. Township. Looking for a guest, but I could not find them. Don't know where they went. What happened? But hopefully they'll be here sometime between now and before 8 o'clock. Anyway, good morning to you. How's everybody doing? So, Robert White, Dr. White, yeah, give me a call up. Love to hear what you have to say about that particular issue. Again, let me put another got a note this morning that the city of Montgomery is actually doing something for veterans. Doing something for veterans. You know, tell me what they're doing. Let me see what they're doing. Okay. Something from the yeah, let me see. Okay, this right here. Okay. Montgomery Military and Veterans Affairs Commission proclamation, sir. Oh, proclamation, sir. Okay, I got it. Okay. Mayor Stephen Reed in the city of Montgomery invites media to a military proclamation ceremony that will launch the Montgomery and Military Veterans Commission on today, May the 24th at 11:30 a.m. at the city of Montgomery City Hall. Okay, so that's good. Okay, maybe I don't know why they didn't make me the guest of honor, but that's okay. You know, I mean, the only paratrooper on the airways of Montgomery, you would think that TV or radio, you would think that'll give me a little, something there, a little extra. I'm just saying, they never invite me to those things. That's just, let's see, on our city council, Calhoun's retired E8, I believe. Who else is on there? Besides, I know, Mr. Larkin was military vet. Let's see who else. Anybody else on there? Anybody else on there? Yeah. Marcia Johnson, staff sergeant. But they're on the city council, so they need to have me down there to. I'm still on the paratroop. That deserves a place of esteem. You know, all the rest of our troops are good though. Y'all good, but paratroopers are a different type of guy. You know, we're different. You know, we're different. Like most of the time, a little bit more motivated. I mean, although we got some Marines out there too with their legs. And nothing wrong with them. Their legs. Nothing wrong with them. But now let's say Marine paratrooper, you know, he's still legs. Okay. So paratroopers get a slight bump up above the regular soldiers. So most of the time we're more squared away, more disciplined, you know, ready to kick butt at a moment's notice. Okay. I take me more than a moment's notice right now to get prepared, but I'm just saying back in the day, play up, you know, you did right. I mean, you know, you couldn't get the second letter out of your mouth when I knew you was going to say something smart. But anyway, well, that's just the way it used to be, though. Now it's just me alone in my the absence of my own thing. So anyway, you know, okay, move right along to something else. You know, Don Spiegelman is an interesting name. Don Spiegelman wrote a letter by Don Spiegelman and Robert Bentley. Now listen, Robert Bentley got robbed. Okay, Robert Bentley got robbed. Robert Bentley was a good governor. I mean, he got robbed because they just didn't like him. But Spiegelman, now he acts like sometimes he's so concerned about the prisoners and stuff like that. And I remember Roberta went to him, and they really didn't do anything until they found out he was in there, and then everybody gets in. This is why if you're in public office, you need to pay attention to your constituency. Because you may be in jail with your constituency. I'm just saying you might want to make it easy on everybody else. Okay, but I think Spiegelman was a Democrat, was governor for Alabama from 1999 to 2003. Alabama currently has 167 people on death row, a greater number per capita than any other state as far as the two of us are concerned. And this is a letter by Robert Bentley and Don Spiegelman. Okay, at least that's what let me make sure I can read this thing. That's what it says on the letter anyway. And so I'm finding it is amazing how you can reach such compassion when you're out of office, but it's difficult when you are there. Alabama currently has 167 people on death row, a greater number per capita than any other state, as of the two of us, as far as the two of us are concerned. Okay. All right, I can appreciate that. I got another question. Um, this is at least that is at least 146 people too many. Here's why. As former Alabama governors, we have come over time to see the flaws in our nation's justice system. As former Alabama governors, well, why didn't you do something about that when you were in it? We have come over time to see the flaws and to view the state's death penalty laws in particular as legally and morally troubling. We both presided over executions while in office, but if we had known then what we know now about prosecutorial misconduct, we would have exercised our constitutional authority to commute death sentences to life. Like that. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, since 1976, the nationwide one person on death row has been exonerated for every 8.3 executions. That means that we have been getting it wrong about 12% of the time. Okay. Now I'm going this because I'm waiting for David to come up here. No, so let me take a break and we'll be right back. All right, David, where you at? Oh, okay. Well, we'll do it another time. Next week is, let me check if somebody's coming. You may have to be there with somebody, but that'd be fine. All right. All right, then. Leave your brother hanging. This is interesting.
Tomorrow, mid-80s, mid-80s each day with no deal with sunshine and fall. Forecast, I'm Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sun's Automotive Family News Radio 1440. You know me as the OG DHC first podcast. Believe me, it's a lot more than this. Now, I'm going to territory with my friend podcast. And I'm talking about medical, real housewives, and panel, and music. So, you don't with me, you don't. And 2/3 of them are women. New research is making it possible to detect Alzheimer's and providing an accurate diagnosis for those experts. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Health and the station. Newsroom in this lawsuit is not available. Maintenance is important. Systems committing to your family, environment, and can be expensive.
All right, I was going through some news stuff last night, and I was going to have a guest, but I'm going to continue. This is an interesting article written by Don Siegelman and Robert Bentley. Okay, and we're talking about the death penalty, and if they'd have known then what they know now. Listen, so you're in the office of governor, you have access to any information you want. You got people, a staff of people who work all for you. I mean, you can do all kind of things. And I remember Roberta Franklin used to try to get to see Don Siegelman about some of these things, and they really stonewalled him. Okay, they didn't have time. And it's an amazing thing to me that when we get out of office, when it doesn't cost us anything politically, now we're brave. I don't have respect for people who are brave after the fact. I got respect for people who are brave during the encounter. Okay? So they've been getting wrong about 12% of the time. If we apply the statistics of 167 people on Alabama's death row, that means as many as 20 people could have been wrongfully charged and convicted. The DPIC has found that wrongful convictions are overwhelmingly the product of police or prosecutorial misconduct and the presentation of knowingly false testimony. Judge Alex Kaczynski, former chief judge of the U.S. Court of Appeals in the Ninth Circuit, has said that withholding exculpatory evidence by prosecutors is epidemic in the United States. Shamefully, such misconduct most frequently involves Black defendants at least 87% of the time. Okay, Alabama has not been spared miscarriages of justice. The first known exoneration of the state's death penalty was Walter McMillan. I remember that. I know Mr. Stevenson wrote about it in his book Just Mercy. I remember John Knight helping with that too, whose case was highlighted by Equal Justice Initiative founder Brian Stevenson in his book Just Mercy. But there are other death row convictions that should haunt Alabama's leaders, and you're one of those leaders. In 1998, a non-unanimous jury convicted Forrest Johnson of killing an off-duty sheriff deputy based on the testimony of someone who, unknown to defense, was later paid $5,000 reward. The case of the Rocky Myers convicted and murder of his neighbor is even more disturbing. Myers was never connected to the murder scene, and even though the jury recommended life without parole, the judge overrode the recommendation and ordered its execution. One of them, Don Siegelman, is personally haunted by the case of Freddie Wright, whose execution he could have commuted. It's nice to be hero when it's too late, but did not. In 2000, 23 years later, Siegelman believes Wright was wrongfully charged, prosecuted, and convicted for a murder he most likely did not commit. Since 1976, when the Supreme Court granted prosecutors immunity from civil liability, it has been common for prosecutors to get close to 99% of the indictments they seek from a grand jury. One reason is that the grand juries are secret proceedings with no lawyer present, no judge to oversee. what the prosecutors are doing. In this stealth setting, prosecutors have been free to to present false testimony or false evidence, or to withhold exculpatory evidence to get an outcome they want. Before 1976, the U.S. incarceration figure hovered around 200,000. After 1976, the number skyrocketed to 1.6 million. With the legal cover of the 1976 decision, President Barack Obama's Solicitor General argued to the Supreme Court in January 2010, U.S. citizens do not have a constitutional right not to be free. Yeah. That's really good stuff to know. Ending unjust conviction will involve rethinking prosecutorial immunity. Meanwhile, in 2020, the Supreme Court ruled that unanimous verdict is required to convict someone of a capital crime warranting death. The court highlighted the racist underpinnings of the non-unanimous verdict as Jim Crow practice dating back to the 1870s. Alabama has been the only state to allow a person to be sentenced to death by the legal relic of the and currently has 115 scheduled to die based on a non-unanimous jury verdict. Because the court's ruling didn't explicitly extend to the sentencing phase, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is using tough on crime rhetoric like we do in Alabama. Recently signed a law that now allows a jury to recommend a death sentence on an 8-4 vote. Alabama was also the last state to ban judicial override. The Equal Justice Initiative had raised a concern about the practice, finding that the proportion of death sentences imposed by override had been elevated in election years. You know, we got to be tough on crime. Judicial overrides account for 7% of death sentences in a non-election year, but rose to 30% when Alabama judges ran for election. In 2017, Alabama Governor Clay Ivey, a Republican, signed a law banning judicial overrides, but it was not applied retroactively. So 31 Alabamians, including Myers, are still scheduled to die based on this outlaw practice. Alabama is one of 27 states that still retain the death penalty. Of those, 14 have not conducted an execution in 10 years. Anyway, this is an op-ed, of course, given by Governor Stiglman to the Washington Post. And it's an interesting stuff. But again, I'm just not somebody who shake your hand when you now that you're out of office. When you were in office, and I remember Roberta Franklin going to Governor Stiglman, trying to get them to listen to what she had to say, and they just did not, because they didn't have anybody involved in it. They didn't worry about it. I'm just saying, it's easy to be brave when there's no danger. Okay, it's easy to jump out of an airplane when the plane's sitting on the ground. Everybody can be afraid. Don't take any courage to jump out of an aircraft if it's sitting on the ground. None whatsoever. So I'm just saying, it's a little too much, too little, too late, like the song said before Governor Stiglman. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Coming up with the thing now, but where were you when they needed you? Okay, so I don't know, but I do know. Anybody know what exculpatory evidence is? Well, exculpatory evidence, I think what it is, it's evidence that will prove that you're innocent. And they can hold back on. And this thing about you don't have a right not to be framed by the prosecutor, what kind of crap is that? Woo! God bless America. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I'm doing fine. Unborn. And of course, again, Governor Ivey signed this law according to them that, well, you don't have a right, when 12, Barack Obama then went to the Supreme Court, well, you don't have a right not to, so the police can actually frame you. Because nobody has the right not to be framed. What? Well, yeah. Mhm. Right, right, right. Mhm. Mhm. All right, appreciate it. Good morning, who's this? Yes. Good morning. Look for that. Okay. But anybody can acknowledge a mistake when they had the opportunity to do something. I don't remember that, but and there's been so many killed. Yeah, we know. I don't support. Listen, I don't support the Republicans. No, I support the philosophy of the Republican Party. I don't, but okay. Hmm. Well, what's the difference? And therein lies our problem with it. Well, now, I let you talk. My problem, not want to cut you off. My problem with what you're telling me is a problem that I think black folks been having with Democrats forever. They all apologize after it's too late. But it is you're giving him all this glory, but he did the same thing. I call them all the time. They don't call. Mhm. Wait a minute. Now I've had a harder, tougher time getting a Democrat to come on the air than Republicans. What's foolishness, though? What's foolishness? Mhm. Okay, you're right, right. But the House of Representative people don't. I call them all the time. It, wait a minute, they're smarter than I am. They can handle me. I'll talk to any one of them. I've called, what's her name? The one, the other one, I forgot she was down there. I haven't heard from her so long. Not McClaren, but the other one. I can't even think of the name. Okay. I don't want to go to their house. I want the radio. I want them to come down and talk to me in the public. I don't, listen, I'm tough on Republicans too. It's the philosophy that I do not like. It is not the people. Within, I don't like some of, yeah, yeah. Uh, that he did, but yeah, but he wasn't in office in Montgomery. Perry Hooper ain't been in the House for a while. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Listen, again, I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at the mayor for going to Washington. I, well, let me get another. Okay, let me get another call. Let me get another call because we've been talking a while. I got other folks who want to talk, but I appreciate it. Good morning. Yeah, are you there? Hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Mhm. I, 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 I don't know. Well, that I cannot answer, my friend. I'm not a. Yeah, there's a contradiction in philosophy. Appreciate the call. Let me see. Good morning. Who's this? All right then. Good morning. Who's this? Not much. Just breathing. Mm-hmm. Right? Right. Well, philosophically, I ride with the Republican Party, but I don't ride with the Republicans. Yeah. Okay. Well, what they don't believe is that boys are girls and girls are boys. Wait a minute. Again, they have, well, first of all, I'm going to be like Alvin Holmes said. Alvin Holmes said sometimes it's not what you do, it's what you stop from being done. Okay? Because if it were they are pro-death when it comes to people's kids and abortions, how in the hell you can get life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness when you wait hold on now when you dead you cannot get what that Constitution provides you to have. So I'm just trying to figure out what are you talking about? Okay, yeah. Well, let me ask you one question. Let me ask you. Okay, and because and who's running? Wait a minute. Who's running the public school sector? Which party is in charge of most of our public schools in urban America? Oh, the representatives. I'm not asking. Steve Reed's got nothing to do with education. Okay, Steve Reed's got nothing to do with that. He's got nothing to do with education. Not a thing. Can't do nothing. Can't call downtown to him and say change it. Our municipality has nothing to do with education. Education comes from the county. And even the people who on the board don't really answer to the county commission. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And, and she don't run it either. She's just on the board as an honorary member. She don't run education either. They have. They have. They telling us we can get our kids out of public school and hopefully get a check to go with them to a private school. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't want to pay nobody student. First of all, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Oh, let me ask you a question. Do you believe? Wait a minute. Do you believe that boys ought to be showing up in public school with dresses on? No, no, no. It's brother. It's all part of the break. Do you believe that? Okay. So, and guess who's doing that? Democrats are the one. Democrats are the ones who want to make that environment that way. You really believe boys with fingernails on, eyelashes on, and a dress? Hey, I gotta go. I gotta take my last break. Seriously, you know, if you look at everything that's going on,
tearing our society up. It's Democratic policy for the most, social policy for the most part. And I'm blaming the Republicans too, because the Republicans are like they've been neutered. They really piss me off. They've been neutered. They act like they're going around somebody cut off the gonad. Okay? They can't fight. And so, well, we don't want to be pro-racist or homophobic or whatever this is. So they have given up the fight. Give me a Republican that will fight. That's why I love me some Donald Trump. I just wish he could shut up sometimes. But give me somebody that will be a man. Somebody who will say right is right and wrong is wrong, and they get my vote every time. Okay? But this hide in the closet and things like this, and you cannot pursue happiness in America if you are dead. There is nothing more important than life. Nothing. So no matter what you say, no matter what you do, when you say it's okay to kill your child, it's a woman's choice. That's a bunch of Holly Clark, Bravo Sierra, if I ever want to hear something.
Invisible Fence has indoor.
Finding great people out there is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But you're powerful. The needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers get a quality count in the first day. For less time and more needles, and ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com, that's free. Yeah, ZipRecruiter.com, that's free.
Municipal stores are not available. Failing septic tank systems can endanger the family, school, and environment, and can be expensive to repair. To prevent your system from failing, every 3 to 5 years, use a separate container for grease and dispose of it. Use the contact cleaning and put water in 7 days to not overload the system. This method is often used by the Alabama Department of Health.
I'm guaranteed that I'm blessed to be able to make a living at we didn't get there overnight. Working just to make ends meet. Good things always come easy. We will sweat through what you want, it makes it even sweeter when we get. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunity presents itself, you got to be ready to go. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Want to know what I like best about it? I love seeing them smile when he high five his teammates. His eyes light up when the team scores a goal. I love the fact that since he's been playing recently, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports never concede him. Because coaches have more information.
Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing peaceful sports isn't just simple. It's the best way to get your teenager to start learning. And that's something to
The value of high school sports is presented by the Alabama High School Athletics Association and the Alabama High School Directors and Coaches Association.
about mortgages. That's money on simple things.
When it comes to your money, what do you want to get started on? When it comes to your money, you want to get started on, you could do this. Resource from the National Financial Education. Soon enough for you to do. An easy place to start when you want to get started.
Telling you about the real news. News Radio 1440.
And we are back. 7:48 in the morning. We got to be there by 8 o'clock. We got about 12 minutes on which to arrive. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, ma'am. Oh, pretty good. No complaint. Mm-hmm. Okay. There? Yes, ma'am. You there? Okay. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? It's fine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, right. I thought they were going to talk to him. Mm-hmm. But that was, yeah, but let's be honest, that's the Old Testament, and we don't live under the law anymore. I like to get the context of that. Mhm. Well, that's true too. But I would love to hear the context of what you said is in the New Testament. Next time you call, give it to me, because when the Bible says "Thou shalt not kill," which means do not murder, yeah, and I got that part. But again, I don't know. Now you don't think I read that Bible after all these years? Hey, listen. Hey, I hear you, but I also live on the street. I also live on. I also live in the city with 500 different churches serving the same God and looks at it 500 different ways. I'm, yeah, mhm, sure, and they all got their own way of doing it. Matter of fact, the referendum, excuse me, the Reformation, the Luther, the Martin Luther. I mean, they all believe in God, but they just don't agree how it is to be done. How it's served. I mean, yeah.
Martin Luther always reaches a break. He said, let's talk about the Bible. What does it mean? And that's what I'm trying to do with you. I'll come over to your house this week.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. But isn't right? But again, see, and this is where the contradiction is biblically sometimes. Isn't everybody in the hospital just about sick? Why in the world would we need churches if everybody were perfect? Perfect. Why would we? I mean, why would we need that? If nobody did anything wrong, then Jesus Christ wouldn't have to come. So I don't know if that's a true application of that. Yeah, and he did something right, and he was a man after God's own heart. Right. Yeah. Mm. Sure. Mm. All right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Richard, well, call me. Because I've been going to church longer than you've been alive. So, I, and I have. And everybody has a different story. Right. But everybody has a different story. I mean, we got more churches and more definitions and more interpretations than any other religion. Christendom has. I think that each individual has to decide whether or not it falls in line with what he believes. Yeah, I got you. But No, where's their church? Well, it ain't my church, but they'll find out sooner or later. Hey, preacher, let me take one more call. Good morning, who's this? I follow up Donald Trump. And wait a minute. How many people? Wait a minute. And I know you're sneaking an extra call in, but how many? Wait a minute. How many people followed Moses? A bunch of people, and Moses killed somebody. Anyway, I gotta go. It's whose hand it's in. Gotta take a break. We'll be back. Uno momento. A lot of people did follow Moses. When God's got you, doesn't make any difference who you are. We'll be back.
On News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WFFA News.
Are you ready to go? Oh, man. I'm about to go.
After 18 years, now know the winner of season 2, Roy. It's pretty good. Coming in at third place. The winner was Laura, making the new miles.
This is CBS News on the hour. By Indeed.com.
I'm Jennifer Rodriguez. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will make it official today. He's expected to announce his bid for the Republican presidential nomination during a live Twitter forum with Elon Musk. Brown University poli-sci professor Wendy Schilling.
He can make the argument that he is as conservative as Donald Trump, but that he has no baggage.
A new development in the special counsel's investigation into how Mr. Trump and his team handled classified White House documents and their efforts to overturn the 2020 election. CBS's Robert Costa reports.
Overnight, Trump's lawyers sent a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland. In the letter, they said they want to have a meeting with the AG, saying the former president is being treated unfairly without providing any specifics. And they asked for a meeting to discuss all of these issues. The Department of Justice has declined to comment on the letter.
Sources tell CBS News people close to Mr. Trump do believe an indictment could be imminent. An update on stalled debt ceiling talks in Washington. Correspondent Weijia Jiang from the White House.
President Biden is willing to meet House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, according to a source familiar with the negotiations, halfway, offering a compromise that includes a spending freeze, which would cut spending by more than $1 trillion over 10 years, to rescind significant unspent COVID relief funds, and to put a 2-year cap on spending, which is in line with previous bipartisan budget agreement.
House Speaker McCarthy has just said negotiators will get together this morning. The deadline's a week from today. A private memorial will be held today in Uvalde, Texas, for the families of the 19 children and 2 teachers shot and killed at Robb Elementary School 1 year ago. Carolina Gamboa owns a business in Uvalde.
We're now a year later, and I think we haven't even begun this year.
South Carolina's Republican Governor Henry McMaster says he'll sign the state's new 6-week abortion ban into law as soon as possible. Democrat Mia McLeod was among 5 women senators who led a filibuster.
That's all we're asking for the women and girls across South Carolina to have a meaningful choice
For the fifth year in a row, the travel website The Points Guy has chosen Delta as the best U.S. airline. Points Guy founder Brian Kelly tells CBS Mornings.
At least you can get where you're going, and Delta shines there. They are the best run operationally. Delta agents can all speak with each other, so when things do go wrong, they know how to handle it.
United comes in second, Alaska Airlines third, American and Southwest round up the top five. S&P futures down 20. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Listen, I don't have time to fail. I'm going to rely on you. So I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique notebook and facts work together. You need what I need when I need it. Every branch working together. And with the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now from June, purchase online with Beacon Pro Plus, mobile app, and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always good.
Olivia needs more drivers, but the trucking company to go the extra mile. She wants to fit her team to drive business forward. Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed, you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes and Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 per sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Virgin's rocket company has shut down.
This was the night back in March that Richard Branson's dreams of space fell to Earth. The converted jet took off from its UK base just fine, but when it tried to launch the satellite it was carrying,
Is that Northern has something in the anomaly?
2 years after the company was valued at $3.7 billion, the jet, a rocket factory and Virgin Orbit's headquarters have sold to two different buyers for $52 million. Over CBS News, London.
A fast food chain enlisted a hoop star in its legal fight. LeBron James, famous for his love of tacos, stars in a new commercial plugging Taco Bell's battle to cancel another company's ownership of the signature phrase. Taco John's of the Midwest has been using Taco Tuesday since the 1980s. The company has not commented on the new commercial. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
So if you want less oil and more use, this is right. You can drop it. That's right. At ZipRecruiter.com/ZipRecruiter.com/. Telling it like it really is. Alrighty then. Let me get to it. I made it. I gotta go down after this show. After this hour, I gotta go do one more hour down at the sports place with John Longshore. I forgot I told him I'd help him out. John doesn't like to do things all by himself. He's a pro down there sometimes. But that's okay. I told him. And that Duke, they told me they want you to call me. 860, that way you're going to call me twice. 860-1440 to know here. You want to give us a call, whatever is on your mind. I don't know how we got to where we got to, but, And did you ever hear about what's it, Target now? They're selling Satan things. They're selling Satan clothes and stuff like that. Woo. Oh, Robert White. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there it is right there. Let me see. Let's see who's this. All right. Good morning. Who's this? What are you doing there, Dr. White? Yeah. Not much. I saw you got a conference or something going up. Don't you?
Mhm. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't want to be a naysayer, but your criminal justice system and the one you represent, and you represented for a while, and quite fairly, I think, it is a system that is schizophrenic. On one hand, it's about justice. On the other hand, if you don't follow a particular procedure or something in the process, then everything you've done is useless. You know, what I'm saying? So it's a justice system about doing what's right or doing what is procedural, because that's what I'm seeing. I just. Mhm. Mm. Okay, now where's that? Give me the location. Okay. Okay. One big question. I know you can't answer it in a swoop like this, but with all the attorneys that we have in America, an overabundance of them, it is still difficult for a person without money, a lot of money, to get an attorney unless he's going chasing an ambulance. Why is that? I mean, why can't y'all fix this? Right, but the lack of lawyers is not the issue. We oh, that's it. That's what we're missing. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Exactly. Like most of us. I mean, yeah, yeah. Right, right. Mm. Okay, okay. So give us the time and date again for your hmm. Okay. All right. And give me a call on Friday for coming just to remind us about what's going on. All right, man. Appreciate it. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Yes, sir. Steve. Yeah. 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 Okay, well, we gonna talk politics when I wait a minute. We gonna talk politics when I get down there. So you can call over here and beat him up if you want to when I get over there. So I don't care. Hmm. Yes. Mm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. I'm hearing you, bro. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do we not all have names? Okay. Do we not call each other by that name? Do we not? Do we? Wait a minute. Do we? Wait. Wait a minute. Do we not? Okay. 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 Do we call each other by name? Oh, that's either yes or no. Do we call each other by name? Okay. So your answer would be yes. Right. Okay. But it is a name. So that let me get. No. Okay. So it is an action. Wait a minute. Hold. Let me ask you a question. You will agree that we call each other by name, some name, huh? Right. Okay. So we call it. So. Well, but that's still you answering. That's still yeah. But what the fact of the matter is, we all call each other names. Now, just because you don't like the name doesn't make the name any less the name that you should be addressed by. Right. But right. But I may not like the name Steve, and you shouldn't. Okay. So if you're not stupid, then I'm not talking about you. Yeah. No. No, that's somebody's opinion though. Wait. That's somebody's opinion that you're giving me. I don't know about their opinion. If you are stupid, then I'm gonna call you stupid. Yeah. Listen. I, and sometimes the person that says it is just as stupid as you are. No, one has to be able to identify. What? Wait. Well, I got to run now, but we'll talk later on. But we all call each other names, whatever name that is. I don't know. But we're going to call you Steve. I'm Kevin, and I've been called a bunch of names. We'll be back 860-1440. You can text me 241-9998. We'll be right back. But again, every word in our lexicon, and the lexicon is the repository of our language. Stupid's part of it. It's in there for a reason. And some people just plain stupid.
News Radio.
I love cold water. Good for you. Somebody just told me
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I don't think this is an accident when Hillary Clinton thinks that Biden's age is an issue when she's asked about this. That is not an accident, I promise you.
Well, I mean, it's a concern for anyone. And we've had presidents who've fallen before who were a lot younger. And people didn't go into, heart palpitations. But he
His age is an issue, and people have every right to consider it. Democrats are scared to death that this guy's on the ticket. You know, when you have a cognitive decline, it's usually degenerative, meaning it's only going to progress and get worse, not better. No indication that Joe is getting better. 30% of his time on the road is spent, working, not even working, just being in the building. Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here. I agree. People buy is like trying to find a needle in that haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And that's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job. And you can even know your top choices to apply. So if you want less hair and more needles, it's a ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I don't wonder why your business doesn't show up on online search maps, but your competitors do. Hundreds of things. And that's how you boost your findability. CEOs.com. CEOs.com.
Yeah, my mom got a green home loan by her house. They refinanced it.
Thanks. I'll check them out. Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
What you want to do?
Is the voice of the conservative media at at 8 p.m. News.
Alrighty, how much should a mayor make? There's some legislation, I don't know if it's passed or not, that will raise the mayor's salary to $150,000. I don't think that's too much money. I think you're going to put a quality person in there, you got to pay him, considering all the things they lose going into that office. So that's good. And the city council, I think they need a little extra money because we give them help. So I got no problem with giving these people a raise for the hell they got to put up with. Okay, yeah. So okay, you have my blessings. So I won't say nothing negative about it. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Ed. I'm doing fine. All right. You too, sir. 860-1440 is the number here. 828. Good morning. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine. Mm-hmm. Got me. You got me. Not one of, well, well, it says DY. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm a northerner. How I pronounce it and how the southerners pronounce it is a different thing. It says Dylan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you know it's coming. Well, I guess as long as everybody else has it, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Siegelman put that out. I mean, I don't know. 'Cause listen, as long as one of them wasn't me, I don't worry about it. Yeah, I that's what I said. I don't know. Okay. And if 20% of those executions were wrong, then what? That's what the Siegelman said. It's too late to prove it's too late to prove it. Wait a minute, it's too late to prove it if you execute them. Mm. Yeah, yeah, I'll just plant it right there, bro. Yeah, sure, I'll just plant it right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you say? Well, you got me, bro. Well, what can I tell you, man? What can I tell you? Well, let me concentrate. Well, listen, the governor, I got two governors writing letters to the, I haven't researched it, but I would imagine if Reverend Sankey, somebody can have that information. All right, then. I'll make sure I put some good soap on it. Somebody, 241-9998. Yeah, somebody text me information there, but I'm not sure. Good morning. Who's this? Hey, John. John who? Not the John that used to call us all the time. Not that one. Okay. I appreciate it. Right. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah. And some not so young. Yeah, me too. Reasonable. Mhm. Right. If it's got a woman involved, if it's got a female at the other end of the reasoning, we know they're stupid. Right, right. They made a movie about it, Mean Girls. Yeah. If you are a teacher, and again, I'm a pragmatist. Um, if the words are part of our language, like you're not supposed to use the word retarded. Okay, who got rid of the word? If the words are part of the lexicon of our language, then who has the right to tell me I can't use the word? Just because you don't like the word, it's got nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And why is it? Absolutely. And here's the thing about that, John. Yeah, here's the thing about that. The word offense is part of our lexicon too. But it's not a word that has been prohibited from being used. The word retard or the word get over it or whatever the case may be, all of a sudden somebody decides that we can no longer use those words anymore. I'm not playing that game. It's part of our language. And somebody came up with that word because there was a necessity to describe what was going on. And so I use as many words in that lexicon as I possibly can remember. And so who, I mean, we get to the point now in America that your job can be in jeopardy because you use a word somebody doesn't like. I want somebody to fire me over words as part of the English language. I will sue the hell out of everybody. But you're not going to send me to school, teach me language, make me sit in a laborious atmosphere, for the hell out of me, with a vocabulary. And now that I've reached a certain plateau in that vocabulary structure, now you tell me, oh, well, you can't use that word. Then let's get rid of our education system. What don't need and can't, it changes. But don't use, but it doesn't do away with the other parts of the language. Stupid is still stupid. Even though nobody uses it very much, it's still stupid. It is crazy to do something without logical reason. Okay, you too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like trying to feed the lion. Really?
I did not know that. Don't get the feeling of not. There's some things that you should have enough sense to know. And you say, well, I can outrun it. And then that thing will kill you. Nobody on the planet can outrun that right now.
Well, some people just gotta taste the water before they know it's better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem. Oh well. Yeah, we will. That's where it goes. Anyway, all right, hey, appreciate it. Oh, hey, that's Taylor. Why? And just I mean, so you go into more depth to learn what you already know. Oh, but to get a doctor's going to cost you, right? Get a doctor's going to cost you something. Yeah, I guess so. So now he wants us. Now he wants me to call him Dr. Caleb. Okay, not Jerry, but he wants Elkins to call him Dr. Caleb. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, thanks a lot, John. Right. All right then. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. It is. Appreciate it. We gotta take a break. It's 8:42 in the morning. Again, I'll be down with Longshore for about an hour. I don't want to talk that long today, but they need me. So I gotta go down there after the show. But 7:40. That's where I'll be. So we can see some of this. We're right after this.
Care ministry. If something costs less, but people are happier with it, that's something we can look into, and that's ministry. We can switch it to Netflix. It's free. The typical family, $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people who are way more satisfied after making a switch. The customer satisfaction rate for Medicare is double as a typical health insurance plan. Medicare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion in insurance bills. People like telehealth, huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can take the time and like it better. Imagine being happy without taking care of your health care. So, if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, you just want to manage it. You can call me now. You can call me in 2 minutes. There it is. Here's the early news. There's a generic form of identity, just the same as 95% people. Just go to philippines.com. You can see who medical people each show get prescribed, and the process is 100% online. It's a free online visit to the philippines.com/joy. That's FORHINS.com/JOY.
We see miracles all the time at our children's hospital. The miracles never come easy. That's why Israeli's Children's Hospital we need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your children's welcome home.
Days at 3 p.m. Show.
Sing it, man. This is what the Mr. D. Smooth sang last night on The Voice. But had I been there with him, we'd have won that. Let you know. Let it go. Oh. What is wrong with me? Oh, yeah. This is a great song. Okay, I'll leave that alone for the time. I'll sing y'all later on. Let you know. And I can't even 8:49 in the morning. Let's go back to the phone, see who's been along in there. Okay, let's get this in there. Good morning, who's this? Yes, sir. Yes, yes sir. Good morning. Yeah, I, I am, brother. That's I gave up about singing years ago. But you know, listen, I used to sing in the army for the army. Now, don't get me wrong, I served the Thompson Blue thing over there, over there in Hawaii. I was in the final person, one of the final people in the competition over there. I did a lot of I was discharged and every other bad. Hey, what's up? Yeah, right. Hmm. Too many people. Yeah, yeah, too many people. Too many people. Yeah, I mean, right, right. I just, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that. Because if the good Lord kept us to the same standard that we keep each other to, none of us would make it out of here. I've done the same thing more than 3 times, and it's been crazy. Yeah, I just something's wrong that I wouldn't do it that long. So, you know, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, appreciate it, man. I got to take one because I'm running out of time. Good morning. Who's this? That's you. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, that was it. That's I guess I really heard right, and I got the message yesterday. Again, you don't know what to believe about Anita, but then they said that they were paying people to say that they were veterans that got kicked out. I just don't know. I don't know. So Right. Let's go right ahead. Well, listen. Wait a minute. Wait. That was symbolic. That wasn't literal. That was, yeah. That was symbolic. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, yeah, we got to be watching what we say. 8:54 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? All right, baby. Hey, I hear you. I hear you. All right, then. 8:54 in the morning. I was talking about the Huntsville pays their mayor $150,000. Huntsville City Council members make $33,125 a year. That's school city council members make $27,450 a year. So, so we're gonna give the mayor a raise. Nobody can begrudge the mayor. Okay? Legislature to work on ways for salary for Montgomery mayor and the city council. I think they would. Yeah, I think $150,000 is not too much to pay the mayor. Now the other people had money when they came in office, a lot of money. I think we got some too, but they certainly didn't really do it for the money, and I don't think Peter really needs to do it for the money either. But yeah, the Bible says a man is worthy of his hire. So $150,000. So I don't want nobody complaining when the man because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until the election is over, and then they'll get the new raise. And I think they need it. Is there anybody out there absolutely against these guys getting raised? I mean, no matter what you think they're doing, they're putting up with me and news and you and people like that. You ought to get a little entertained for that. So that's not a problem. And don't forget at 11:30. Let me make sure where it's going to be. We're going to find out what this is going to be. At 11:30, it's going to be a veteran thing going on here in the city of Montgomery. And they're going to do, let me see, where is this? Where somebody gave it to me earlier. I'll hear this right here. Okay, so there's going to be at 11:30 today, Mayor Stephen Reed in the city of Montgomery invite media to a military proclamation ceremony that will launch the Montgomery Military and Veterans Commission. Hey, put me on it on Wednesday. Put the generals all the time. Put the sergeants on it, okay? Why are we putting generals on these things? They're just like me now. Got to get their check is big. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so military proclamation ceremony and launch to the Montgomery Veterans Commission. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. Maybe get all the panhandlers on the side of the road. Hey, we need to find out if they're really veterans or not. That's what we need to do. Let me see your DD 214, your VA card, or something. Just don't get a history on the side. Help a vet. I'll help you all right. Anyway, City Auditorium, at 11:30 today on Fair Street. So 11:30 a.m. I'm going to go down there. This is a public ceremony to honor the service and sacrifice of our military friends and neighbors. Make sure you go down there. I tell you what I'm going to do. On Veterans Day, I'm going down to Fort Benning and I'm going to get my uniform, a uniform again, with all my medals, like 6 rows of medals on. Just let you know that. Yeah, I was in the mess off for a minute there, but I also did other things. I'll let you know. Jump wings and all that stuff signed up, and a pair of jump boots on. I think that's what I did. I think I wear some jump boots. Oh yeah. Good morning. Who's this? All righty then. All right then. Well, that's about the end of my time. I think on Veterans Day, all veterans should wear their uniform. Okay. I know it may be a little too big for it now, but we can take it out. I know some nice what do you call them people that take let out your pants and make them bigger, make them smaller, whatever it is. I know some people in town that paint. I think they can do that. Yeah, they advertise over there. All these old soldiers, they got some weight on them. Anyway, we gotta go. But hey, it's been a great day. Tomorrow, Dr. Sean Merritt will be here and other things. So I'm going over to the sports show though, so I'll still be on there for about another hour, just hanging out over there with John. You see how this works. Anyway, good morning to you. I think he's a member of the country club. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh.